www.car-consultancy या फिर WhatsApp कीजिए 8779952811 वहाँ पे एक हाई लिखिए, आपको एक ऑटो लिंक मिलेगा, फिल अप द डिटेल्स देयर और वहाँ पे कॉलिंग ऑप्शन चूज कीजिए।
Maxi Gomez and Gonzalo Guedes playing up top. Expect this term have not been good enough, and players have come out and have expressed that, as has Voro Gonzalez in this difficult situation. It's all about getting through it. Meanwhile, for Valladolid, things precariously balanced. They are just above the relegation zone, and they've seen some big results so far on this match day. The game is underway at Mestalla. It's Valencia in the white shirts and black shorts, shooting from left to right. A two-tone pink and purple for Valladolid. Voro Gonzalez has said that this is a difficult situation for him. Feels that the players have the confidence, belief and talent in themselves to stay up. He describes himself as just another Valencia fan who is disappointed with the situation. He never asks for this role as caretaker coach, but he is always the first port of call when there is a change to be made in the dugout. Four consecutive draws for Valladolid. Most recently against Betis. Before that, Athletic Club, Cadiz and Elche in a busy series of fixtures. Headed in there by Janko. Janko who came on last weekend as a replacement for Luis Perez, who's out injured today. Perez went off with a knock. Janko had to come on for the final half hour or so at the Benito Villamarín. Let's come to Kangin Lee. He makes his first start since January. He's one of the favourites of Voro. Fans want Kangin to play an increased role. Still to sign a new deal with the club, Kangin Lee. He's certainly got plenty of potential, still in his early 20s. That turn there from Oscar Plano leads to a free kick in an interesting spot for Valladolid. Down there, and we've seen Michel try and strike from that kind of distance. He might be a candidate for it as well. It's Alcaraz, a couple of steps there, blasted into the wall. It's come back out. Roque Mesa on the turn. Wide of goal in the first shot of the game. That comes just 3 minutes in. Might actually have been Plano who got a touch on that, but Alcaraz sending his free kick into that two-man wall. And it was Plano. Chests that down, strikes it on the bounce, but couldn't quite keep it on target. Oscar Plano now 30 years old, the player who came up through the ranks at Real Madrid. He will be a candidate for some future free kicks. He can hit a mean set piece. He's got 4 goals this season, including one a couple of weeks ago against Cadiz. He also played a part with his goal in the last victory for Valladolid against Getafe. Played short by Carlos Soler. Was. To the left, Gaia will try and keep this in. Gaia was a real fitness doubt this week. Picked up a knock to his ankle. It was only on Tuesday that he returned to training. is Voro. The emergency measure. Voro first came in as a caretaker coach during the time in which Ronald Koeman was dispatched as Valencia coach. Of course, former player for the club. Taken on various roles, including that of delegate. There's been a special role created for him after his latest tenure as caretaker coach. Guerrero's gone on a run there. He wasn't picked out by Hugo Guillamon. Paulista finds him. Plano. To Janko on the right-hand side. Showing for it was Weissman. Player who has found form in recent games. Whipped in there, it's just too high for Sean Weissman. He scored 6 goals in La Liga Santander in 28 games. Last season, of course, he scored 30 times in the Austrian league for Wolfsburg. There have been speculation that Sergio Gonzalez was not a big fan of Weissman. He wasn't fielding him so frequently. The fans were calling for Weissman to get a more regular starting role. Gonzalez has denied that, and I said that Weissman is a key part of the team. He could be the player who keeps Valladolid up, because his goals as of late have been earning plenty of points for La Pucella. Over there by Guillamon. The box, and that will be, well, rather awkwardly claimed by Masip. Decided to kick that upfield. He's come in today as part of this rotation policy by Sergio Gonzalez. Seems to be alternating with Masip and Roberto Jimenez in goal in recent weeks. Masip was between the sticks for the game against Athletic Club, that midweek game a week and a half ago. Thrilling 2-2 draw against Los Leones. And Joao Felipe. Jota with the strike. Sillessen with the right-handed save to keep that out. The danger is still on. And this was driven towards goal. And once again, it's parried away by the Dutch goalkeeper. Early danger provided by Valladolid. And was Jota who danced inside. Got that right-footed strike, a cross goal. Sillessen does well for the first save and manages to push away the second attempt as well. The follow-up from Olaza. Ball comes into the 6-yard box. It was headed away by Diakabi. The follow-up attempt also hits Diakabi, and this could be a counter-attack for Valencia. This is where Guedes is at his best. He waits by the penalty spot for this low drive across. Jose Luis Gaya trying to provide the assist. It was too close to Jordi Masip. This one is heating up already. We've seen some shots across the bows from both sides. Over the top, it's hooked away by Paulista. Valencia switching to 3 at the back or 5 at the back. depending on how you see it, but it will be Correa and Gaia who will be pushing forward. Diakabi, Gabriel Paulista and Guillamon will be sitting back. Conceding early goals and going behind has been a problem for Valencia this season. They have Sillerson to thank, but they are not 1-0 down already here at Mestalla. 10 minutes have elapsed, it's 0-0. This is the strike. Pushed away to Denayo Lassa. Initial effort from Jota. He's now taken part in 15 games. This is only his 6th start of the season. Geddes wriggles away there. Kangin. Wassa's gone forward as well through the centre. Valencia attacking with plenty of bodies forward. Valladolid have got plenty of players back. Kangin might have a strike from here. It's nicked away from him by the captain, Michel Herrero. Here's Roque Mesa, the playmaker. Strides forward, the defence back off, and Roque Mesa goes for goal. Finally, Guillamon went to him, and Roque Mesa found the angle too narrow. Right-footed strike goes harmlessly wide by Roque Mesa. He's never lost a game at Mestalla. He's played against Valencia with 3 different clubs: Las Palmas, Leganés and Valladolid. He's won 4 times against Valencia in 6 games he's played against them. He has some space there in which to work. Here's Correa, trying to get past Olasa, might get a second go at this.
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me in this live stream. If you are enjoying this podcast, then give this video a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe. Let me know which team you are supporting today. Both of the teams are at the bottom of the table.
Up into the box, brought down by Olasa.
And both need something
to end this. Fire there.
They have been getting defeated constantly and are at the bottom of the table. The last week Valencia had shown some courage against Barcelona. It has been spectacular goal by the Solar in the dying minutes of the game against Barcelona at Camp Nou.
Had to leave out a couple of players due to tactical reasons in order to fit the
Sorry, that was not at Camp Nou, that was at the Cellar. But still, both of the teams are at the bottom of the table, and I came to know that Espanyol has won the La Liga Santander and it will be a part of the La Liga next season. So they have got relegated,
not part of his plans for the time being.
Went to the B division, played strongly, and now they are going to make a comeback. Let me know what are your thoughts on that. You can read the commentary above as well.
The versatile utility man for Valencia, playing in his more favoured role in the midfield today.
Have been mentioned.
Gaia got this back to Geddes. Could be in striking range here for Gonzalo Geddes. Tries to find the top corner.
You are listening this from.
And that one flies over the top from the Portuguese.
Oh, what a close call this has been.
Geddes was afforded some space there. Does like to get that ball onto his left-footed strike.
Very similar style of playing, and
he's scored some wonderful goals this
very
term.
Competitive, I must tell you.
Not the most prolific of attacking players. When he does score, it's almost invariably a contender for goal of the season. Here's Soler scooping that corner in. The header is high. Jota gets it well clear. Weissman will
Corner
just
kick is
put a
coming up
little bit of
for
pressure
Valencia.
on that three-man
They are
defence.
keeping the constant pressure on Valladolid. However, both of the teams have got some close chances. They could not score from the close ranges. Both have missed their couple of chances. Tonight is going to be one of the most exciting games. We have Real Madrid versus Sevilla. Both are at number 3 and 4 in the list.
Well, this has looked ambitious
Number
so
1
far from
is
both sides,
still
despite the
Atletico
high
Madrid
stakes.
after being
Neither
at
of
the
these
top
two teams
for a
mathematically
long
both
time.
outside the relegation zone at least
They
at the
have
start
lost
of play.
their way
Vaz gets
in
that
Jan
over
and
to the
Feb.
left-hand side. Gomez is waiting for it. It's hit too long. It's just
But
helped
still,
on its way by Olasa.
They are keeping it intact. Do you think Atletico Madrid is going to win the league? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
The throw will be taken by Correa, who's really come into his own this season. He joined last year from Sporting Club de Portugal. Didn't feature too prominently. This season he's shown what he can do. Going up and down the flank. A versatile defender, has a bit of trouble with injuries. And now in some of the best form of his fledgling career. This one's back to Jesper Sillerson.
Oh, it was a good chance for Valladolid to
Delivered away there. We're seeing some real end-to-end stuff in the opening 20
score a
minutes
goal.
or so.
Has been well kept under the control by Valencia.
Olasa. Over the top here, Rocky Messi thought about a shot there. Jota picks up the slack, gets past Guillamon, clips it towards the back post. It will be struck here maybe by Michel Herrero. Takes that all the way. And in the end, it's out for a corner kick. Last time Valladolid won here was back in 2009. They've started in lively fashion. Swinging that to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed high, and it drops onto the top netting. Valladolid might just have a small advantage in terms of height. That was El Yamik, who was rising for the header. Well, Sergio Gonzalez said ahead of this game that he's expecting a wounded Valencia, but a strong Valencia. He noted the quality that the home side have today. That's Al Yamik, who's tangled with Maxi Gomez. Maxi Gomez, a player who's desperately in need of goals. He gets the nod today up top, ahead of Kevin Gameiro, who's on the bench, and Manu Vallejo as well. One of the more interesting changes made by Voro, perhaps the absence of Uros Racic, who's had a breakout season with Los Che. Favours a midfield combination that includes Carlos Soler and Daniel Was. Gabriel Paulista to Hugo Guillamon. Sent over there, not the greatest of passes, looking to hit Jose Luis Gaya. Olasa. Mesa was looking for a 1-2. He makes his way towards the penalty spot here as a cross is forthcoming, trying to pick out the one-time Las Palmas player. Well, Laza might line up a shot. Gives it to the back post, some space here for Roque Mesa, pulls it down with his chest, and the cavalry arrives for a strike over the top. It looks as if it caught a deflection because the referee has pointed to the corner flag. It's the latest opportunity for Valladolid, who keep on knocking at the door. Valencia get the bodies back. It actually goes out off Daniel Was. This one falls to the back post. It was mishit, and Silerson goes for a punch. It comes back towards goal. Chaotic at the back from Valencia, who have expressed the need to keep more clean sheets and look more solid in defence. Comments from Gaia last weekend, who said, if you score twice against Barcelona, you have to win a game. That they'd given up some easy goals to their opposition in recent matches. It has proven costly. Valencia still not mathematically safe. 3 points today would almost do it. 39 points has traditionally been the high watermark for safety. We've moved them level with their neighbours Levante. Held to a draw yesterday by struggling Alaves. Silerson claims this on the edge of the box. Yes, but Silerson has struggled through injuries this season. Even when he was back to fitness, Jama Domenech was chosen ahead of him for some recent games. Silerson has had a run back in the team, though. The philosophy on goalkeeper slightly different for Sergio Gonzalez, as he has rotated Masip and Roberto Jimenez in recent games. Masip is back in today. He's yet to really be tested. He might be put to the sword here. That's a shove over, deemed to be a legal one on Kangin Lee. Takes up here by Plano. Backs up onto Guillamon. Correa. Into the box, get it, just leaves that slightly too softly for Gaia, the captain, who was running in. We've seen plenty of pace on display in the opening half of the first period of play. That was Geddes going down inside the box, no penalty given in his favour. Taken back by Valencia. Maxi Gomez wants this. Gomez, who hasn't scored since the end of January in the draw against Cadiz. At times can fade out of games. He's not seen much of the ball here. He'll try and chase this loose ball, which is back to Masip. Valencia have only lost once at Mestalla in 2021. They've only lost 4 times here this season. They did have that long record of games unbeaten here. It came to an end last season in the latter stage after Project Restart against Athletic Club. That was, curiously enough, with Voro back in the dugout. His Weissman tries to get it across. Jota was just a step behind as he attempted to stay onside. Headed by Guillamon. Okay, Mesa. Again, Bass tries to go to him. Olassa's calling for that on the near side. Gets it. He'll pull Correa out, perhaps. Kangin goes over to him. Call for it down the line. 3 Valladolid players in the middle. Headed on by Plano. It's out of play again. It's another warning for Valencia. They might just be defending too deep. As Valladolid are being afforded space on the edge of the area. So we'll look at the somewhat wayward punch from Jesper Sillason. The last 18 points in play, Valencia have taken just 3. Conceding goals has been a big problem for them. They've afforded chances to La Pucella in the early going. A 6-match winless run, Valencia. Soler was trying to find Kangin Lee there. It's back with Masip. Maxi Gomez puts him under pressure. Kangin to Correa. Side to Vas. Vas's shot loops over the top. He scored a variety of goals this season, Daniel Vas, including from the penalty spot from free kicks and a rare header. His first in La Liga Santander. This, an effort though from outside the box that was never going to trouble Masip. Into the box almost, with Carlos Soler waiting forward. Left a bit of space in the midfield. Roque Mesa. Mesa again tries that low drive into the traffic. It's Michel. Well-travelled veteran, the former Valencia player. For a variety of teams, including the likes of Getafe, even had a brief spell in China. It's one of the more experienced players in this Valladolid side. This is Diakabi. Gets that back to Sillason. Rushing in there was Sean Weissman. There was no faulting the effort as he tried to close down Jesper Sillason. Jota. Valladolid with slightly the better of possession so far, but we've seen Valencia a good side on the counter-attack. That could be a real danger to the side who are precariously placed just above the relegation zone. Trying to find Guedes there, who pulled over to the left-hand side. Lassa. Just gave a hint as to where he wanted El Yamik to run. Over the top here for the fullback. He's gone all the way forward into the opposition area. Gets a bit of vertigo there as he pushes over Mukhtar Diakabi. Here's a look at how Valladolid are trying to crowd things out in the midfield. You can see that Valencia are only playing with Vas and Carlos Soler through the centre. At least that double save from Jesper Silerson that's kept Valencia in this. Still goalless on the half-hour mark. That's an ambitious ball in, it could lead to an opportunity. Diakabi heads away. Weissman gets on it, waits for the support to arrive down the flank. Janko into the middle. And it will be another corner for Valladolid. We're turning up the pressure now. Finds its way into the side netting, having hit Hugo Guillamon. Another of these players who's come up through the VCF Academy, the youth team product. Now a regular in the defence for the first team. This one goes loose. Just taken away from Jota by Thierry Correa in the nick of time. There have been some nervy moments for Valencia so far. Just the 2 attempts on goal, but the ball has been frequently in the Valencia penalty area. El Yamik. Diakabi's been drawn out there. Could leave some space behind him. It means Gaia has to hold back, and Diakabi is following the Valladolid player all the way across the pitch. Eventually conceding a free kick. That was a run into uncharted territory from Mukhtar Diakabi, who went the long way round. Headed away by Diakabi. Valencia will want to ensure survival for another season as quickly as possible. Their upcoming fixtures come against some sides in the relegation dogfight. They play Sevilla in midweek on Wednesday night. And then they will have a big say in who goes down, because they play a resurgent Eibar and then Huesca on the last day of the season. Valladolid have 2 home games, but very, very difficult run-in for them. After this visit to Mestalla, they host Villarreal, they travel to the Real Arena to take on Real Sociedad, and then Atletico Madrid on the final game of the season, one that could potentially decide who wins the title and who goes down. Correa. Lee rolls that one along. Correa looks up, tries to get that cross in, get it, and Maxi Gomez was slightly behind the action. Guedes shows for this. Paulista. Short ball there from Correa back to Gabriel Paulista once again. Nobody presses up onto him. But his options were limited for a pass. Guillamon. Possession has been slightly in Valladolid's favour. In terms of possession in the opposition half, and including the opposition area, Valladolid must be way ahead. Valencia do breach the opposition box now. Gomez tries to pull this down. And it does go out of play for a goal kick, having hit Gomez on the chest. Was a half-hearted penalty appeal. It doesn't look as if it was checked by VAR. There wasn't much of a call for it, but it does glance off the elbow of José Luis Gaya. Kangenli wanted some support on the right, finds Correa. Will do well to keep this in. He slips and slides, does keep it in play. Was. Soler has pulled over to the left-hand side. We'll see if there's a bit more variety in the midfield from Valencia as this game progresses. It was maybe too predictable. Just Was and Soler through the centre. Kangin playing higher up the pitch, but not receiving much service. Was has given that away. Roque Mesa. This was improvisation from Thierry Correa. Could have ended up a lot worse as he had his leg twist underneath him. We're trying to recover that off-target pass from Kangin Lee. Silson has been the busier of the two goalkeepers in the first half so far. Mitchell will try and send a ball in on one of those taller Valladolid players. It all comes to naught though. It was being tracked by Daniel Was. Best save of the game so far from Jesper Sillerson, one-time Barcelona goalkeeper, getting down to make that parry. Saves the follow-up as well from Olasa. Roque Mesa. It's over the top of the defence. Janka will chase it down. Gaya slides in there. It was an awkward tumble there that's caught Gaya in the face. Captain has taken a heavy knock. Unintentional, of course, as Janko was going for the ball. Gaya slides in, look at that, just gets caught by the boot of Janko. José Luis Gaya had been a real doubt for this game with that knock to his ankle. Valencia fans will hope that it does not have to be taken off for this knock to the face. So Voro and his assistant Chema give the instructions to the players. There has been a slight change of formation today and a change of personnel from Valencia. Sparrow takes on his first game in charge. Now we just see a stud in the face received by Gaia from Janko. Did his best to avoid the Spanish fullback. Valladolid have come the closer of the two sides to breaking the deadlock. We have 5 minutes to go before half-time at Mestalla. Okay, to continue, ask for permission to come back on. Doesn't appear that he has been too bloody diffident at all. Field pass. Alexander Lazari will keep this in play. Taps it down the line when Jota picks it up. It's taken away by Gabriel Paulista. This could be the break that Valencia need. Guedes calls for it in the centre, then holds back. It's Soler who sprays it over to Gaia. And the trip up there on Oscar Plano comes off to Gaia. Took one for the team there, the ball bounced up and hit him just where that stud from Janko had caught him a couple of minutes ago. We'll have a little bit of stoppage time added on at the end of the first half. Valencia will need to up their chances in the second period. Maxi Gomez not only has not had a shot, he's barely had a touch of the ball. Just that one attempt when he chested it down inside the area and sent it out for a goal kick. A man down for Valladolid. It is Jota. Just caught there by Thierry Correa, and the two Portuguese collide. No foul given. There will be a throw-in, but the ball is given back sportingly by Jota. Players walking wounded in this one. A few players unavailable today for Valladolid through injury. Raul Garcia and Fabian Orellana, the former Valencia player. Inside, oh, that's taken away with a touch of class by Guillamon from Roque Mesa. Lee forced back. Gets that to Gabriel Paulista. Slows things down. And a gorgeous turn there from Guillamon. He's feeling inspired in this final 5 minutes of the first half. Kangin Lee. Guedes. Carlos Soler. Inside to Guedes. Kangin, he was thinking about that pass to Correa, who'd shown some space in front of him. Here's Guedes! A bouncing effort goes wide from Gonzalo Guedes. A foul is given against him. It would have been a trademark Gonzalo Guedes goal had he managed to keep it on target. Loves that strike with his left from just outside the box. He was given some space. Great control from him, but it also involves him pie-facing the defender with an outstretched arm. That took Alcaraz out of the equation as we head into the solitary minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's Kangin, Soler. It's Guedes. Gaya has time for the cross, little back heel, it's tapped in, it's Maxi Gomez! His first goal since January, and a massive goal for Valencia at Mestalla. Maxi Gomez from close range, from a clever move down the left-hand side. 6 league goals for the Uruguayan, who hits the target just at the right time. Valencia have failed to test Jordi Masip in the first half, and it takes until stoppage time for Valencia to have their first effort on target. And it concludes with the opening goal of the game. Guedes releasing that, it's Gaya who plays it to Was. Was was perhaps looking for the back heel in. He ends up leaving it for Maxi Gomez. Who tucks it in right-footed from close range into an empty net. Valencia 1, Valladolid 0. The first goal of the game scored at Mestalla. And there will be little time for any more in the first period. Well, Valencia, having been under the cosh for much of the first half, get a vital goal. Valladolid looking shell-shocked. It looks as if VAR might be consulted to see whether Was was offside. We shall, of course, see the same thing that the referee sees. Was is certainly involved in play as the ball goes through his legs, despite not taking a touch on it. The goal stands. Valencia take the lead. And they will hold it through to half-time. Roque Mesa has to double back on Kangin Lee. Well, we do reach the half-time break, and there's just a single goal in it from Valencia's first shot on target. Maxi Gomez scoring from close range against a Valladolid side who had tested Jesper Silasson on a couple of occasions. Our first goal since Voro took back over in charge. Our first goal since the beginning of the year for Maxi Gomez. At half-time it is Valencia 1, Valladolid 0.
Live a season without a script, improvised by protagonists who rehearse non-stop. It's not fiction, it's not a thriller, it's something much bigger. And after 90 seasons, the excitement is still intact in La Liga Santander and La Liga Smart Bank. It's not football, it's La Liga.
We're back at Mestalla, where a Maxi Gomez goal has put Valencia ahead against Valladolid in this vital relegation battle. Valencia striking late with their first shot on target. It was checked by VAR just to see if Daniel Was was offside. The goal given as legal. A first goal since January for Maxi Gomez, his 6th of the season. And Valencia find themselves in front. It's perhaps a little harsh on Valladolid, who have been offering up plenty of opportunities of their own, including a double strike that was saved by Jesper Silersen. We shall see what the second half has in store for us. What is a really big game for Valladolid, especially bearing in mind their upcoming opposition. Some difficult games ahead for Sergio Gonzalez's side against some top-class opposition who still have stuff to play for in the 2020-2021 season, including Atletico Madrid on the final day of the campaign, with potentially the title in the balance. Valladolid will want to have achieved safety before then, but they have struggled to get victories. Since the turn of the new year, they have only won twice, both times against Getafe, home and away. They will need to take a first victory here since 2009. And they will need to overturn that one-goal advantage thanks to Maxi Gomez's goal. Well, it hasn't been plain sailing for Voro upon his return to the dugout, but he will be happy with the goal. It came just after a shot wide from Gonzalo Guedes. Well, Maxi Gomez and Daniel Was managed to do so well to just pull apart the defence. It didn't look as if Was had meant to leave the ball. It appeared he was attempting a back heel into the net, but in the end, it works out perfectly, going through his legs, through the legs of the defender, Maxi Gomez, able to tuck it in from close range. Well, we will get this one restarted. Valladolid had slightly the better of possession in the first half. They'll look to keep that up in the second period as they shoot from left to right and kick us off. Part 2 of this game. No changes for either side. That means Valencia do have Jesper Silersen in goal. A back 5 of sorts of Guillamon, Diakabi and Paulista, flanked by Thierry Correa and José Luis Gaya. That somewhat threadbare midfield with Carlos Soler and Daniel Was. Kangin Lee playing just ahead of them, Maxi Gomez and Gonzalo Guedes, the two a little further up top. Valladolid on the ball, no changes from them either. Have Jordi Masip in goal, Olasa Sanchez, Elyamik and Janko in their back line. Alcaraz providing the link between defence and midfield with Jota Michel, Roque Mesa and Oscar Plano supporting the striker, Sean Weissman. That was Carlos Soler who's pulled down. Skip past Michel, who would not let him past. Diakabi. Under slight pressure there from Sean Weissman. striker in form. He hasn't had too many chances in the first half, the Israeli. His goals this term have come against Osasuna, Getafe again, Valladolid, and most recently against Betis. He's on that scoring run. He's got goals in consecutive games, which have been worth 2 points when combined. Valladolid have never lost when he has scored. Jota. Mitchell. That's a mistake on the pass, and it allows Carlos Soler to nick the ball off his foot. Taps that through. Maxi Gomez! Either side of half-time. Maxi Gomez finds the net. Valencia double their lead. Maxi Gomez moves up to 7 goals for the season. And it all comes about as a result of a mistake from Mitchell in the midfield. He tried to reach the pass at full stretch. Carlos Soler takes it on. And it was a calm build-up that leads to an electric move. Soler waits, he had the opportunity to make the pass. And it's such a clever run from Maxi Gomez. The pressure was on from Geddes there. He prevents the pass down the line to get the ball back to the fullback. Well, Soler doesn't rush. A look to his left. A tap to the right around the defence. Gomes finishes from a tight angle. And it's Valencia 2, Valladolid 0. A perfect restart for Los Che. Well, things a whole lot more comfortable now for Valencia. Second goal in quick succession from Maxi Gomez. How do Valladolid respond now? They would have been relatively content with their first half performance, if not the scoreline. They had certainly not backed down from Valencia in the first half. They've been creative going forward, resilient in defence. How long before we see perhaps players coming on? Pablo Hervias is an option for Valladolid. Alcaraz is back up to his feet. Who's on the books at Barcelona, played most frequently with their B team. Something of a veteran goalkeeper now for Valladolid. Beaten twice this afternoon. Mesa. The referee marks out the free kick, and this is a good spot for a free kick. Roque Mesa will be a candidate to take it. Mitchell took the last one and slammed it into the wall. Here's another look. The first brace for Maxi Gomez this season in La Liga Santander. Scored 2 in the last campaign, and against Barcelona and against Getafe. So Roque Mesa fancies this one. That's Luis Gaya. Is underneath the wall just in case Olasa or Roque Mesa decide to hit it low. It is Roque Mesa, curls it over the wall and curls it over the bar as well. First opportunity of the second half for Valladolid. Sergio Gonzalez has sent these substitutes out to warm up. Might see a change closer to the hour mark from him. Maxi Gomez contributing now a more significant percentage of goals for his side, 16. Valencia have struggled mostly in their away games. Not managed to put together 2 consecutive wins on the road. Mestalla, another story. This one drops towards Masip, he makes the claim. Valencia will want to get the 3 points on the board that take them up to 39 before they take on Sevilla, one of the more difficult games in the Liga Santander. This ball comes through, the 1-2 doesn't quite come off. The referee has called play back in any case for a foul on Daniel Was. And he takes out Oscar Plano. It's a free kick from a similar spot, just slightly over to the left compared to the previous free kick, which was curled over by Roque Mesa. Setting this one up, short run up there, it's wide of goal. There's a claim that it hit the wall, but it falls on deaf ears. Alcaraz hit that glancing shot. There's another look at Maxi Gomez's first goal of the game. From every angle. Perfect start to the second half for Valencia. They're on the ball again here. Here's Daniel Was. Danish international plays inside. Valencia reset. 10 minutes have elapsed in the second half. Guedes opens that up to Correa on the right, just hits it too long for his fellow countryman. This was the strike from Maxi Gomez on the